Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Wednesday, 24th of April 2024. This day is celebrated as World Day for Animals in Laboratories. World Day Animal Day is another name for World Day for Animals in Laboratories, observed every year on April 24 globally. The purpose of this day is to draw attention to the suffering and killing of animals that take place in laboratories all around the world. Also in the Indian history, on this day, that is 24th of April, National Panchayati Raj Day is observed. It is the National Day of Panchayati Raj system in India, celebrated by Ministry of the Panchayat Raj on April 24 annually. Starting the newspaper analyst with the newspaper The Hindu states that Supreme Court fails to reach petitions on hate speech listed for hearing. A view of the Supreme Court of India in New Delhi. The petitioners had routinely come up in the court's cause list amidst the furor over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's remarks at the Rajasthan election rally. The Supreme Court on April 23 did not take up a series of petitions about the continuing incidents of hate speech across the country. The Hindu newspaper also states that civil society organizations approach CEO seek action from Election Commission of India against Modi. The delegation pointed out that the CEO, DEO or RO is required to issue notice to star campaigner as well as the political party if there is any violation and release publicly. The delegation demanded that Election Commission of India ECI must take immediate action to disqualify Mr. Modi and ban his election campaign after the remarks he made in Rajasthan. Civil society organizations submitted a complaint to the Chief Electoral Office, Karnataka, today demand immediate and strict action against the Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his divisive and hateful remarks against the Muslim community during his election campaign in Rajasthan. The Hindu newspaper also states that Farooq Mehbooba regret Prime Minister Modi's remarks on Muslims. President of People's Democratic Party, Mehbooba Mufti, addresses a press conference at the party headquarters in Srinagar, Wednesday, April 3, 2024. In pursuit of their anti-Muslim agenda, the BJP is destroying the social fabric of the majority Hindu community itself, radicalizing and criminalizing Hindu youth for their power lust, Ms. Mufti said. National Conference President Dr. Farooq Abdullah and the People's Democratic Party President Mehbooba Mufti on Tuesday lashed out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi over his recent remarks about the Muslims during a poll speech. The Hindu newspaper also states that Jaiswal batted with the maturity against MI, played cricketing shots Lara, RR's Yashasvi Jaiswal, after scoring 100 runs during the IPL match against MI at Savai Mansingh Stadium, Jaipur on April 22, 2024. Jaiswal struck 9 fours and 7 sixes to make an unbeaten 104 from only 60 balls and knock, which was replayed with the powerful shots on the leg side and crispy drives. Impressed with the maturity shown by the Yashasvi Jaiswal, West Indies cricket legend Brian Lara said the youngster's knock against the Mumbai Indians was well put together as he perfectly balanced, taking his time with the shots while still maintaining a high strike rate. The Hindu News also states that Hamas to stay in Doha if useful for Gaza war mediation. Qatar displaced Palestinians who fell at their homes due to Israeli strikes cook as their shelter in UNRWA afflicted school amid the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas in Deir al-Bahla in the central Gaza Strip on April 23, 2024. Qatar, which has hosted Hamas's political leadership since 2012 with the blessing of the United States, has been engaged in a weeks of behind the scenes attacks on a possible truce in Gaza. Qatar said on April 23 that Hamas's political leadership would stay in Doha as long as their presence remained beneficial to the mediation efforts aimed at the ending war in the Gaza. The Hindu newspaper also states that Taiwan hit by dozens of strong aftershocks from deadly quake. The Central Weather Administration in Taiwan said it has recorded more than 200 earthquakes from the April 22 evening to the next morning. Taiwan was shaken by dozens of earthquakes overnight and into April 23 Tuesday that left buildings swaying and some tilting, with the government saying they were aftershocks from a huge deadly quake that hit the island more than 2 weeks ago. In this image from a video, roads in Hualien, Taiwan are cordoned off after the cluster of earthquakes struck the island early Tuesday, April 23, 2024. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Prime Minister Modi vows to root out Moism. Moyism says Congress encouraged violence to hide corruption. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday alleged that Congress encouraged violence to hide its corruption and promised that he would root out Moyism from Chhattisgarh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with the tribal during a public rally ahead of the Lok Sabha elections in Chhattisgarh, Mahathamod, on Tuesday. Sometimes also states that Russia expected to deliver 2 remaining S-400 systems by next year. The S-400 system is designed to destroy strategic and tactical aircraft crews and the ballistic missiles and hypersonic weapons, and can also be used against the ground installations. The 2 remaining S-400 air defense system under the $5.4 billion deal concluded by India will be delivered by Russia by 2025, following a delay in implementing the program, people familiar with the matter said. Under the terms of the deal anchored by India and Russia for 5 S-400 system in October 2080, all deliveries were to have been completed within a 5-year period. However, the deliveries were affected by the conflict in the Ukraine and Western sanctions that affected the staggered payments for the weapon systems. There's a new time frame for deliveries for the remaining S-400 systems now, and the things are back on track again. One of the people cited above said on condition of anonymity. The Times also states that India's security can't be outsourced. Army chief stresses on self-reliance. New Delhi Army Chief General Manoj Pandey on Tuesday said that the country's security can neither be outsourced nor be dependent on the gaze of others, as he drew attention to the importance of the self-reliance in the defense sector. Chief of the Army Staff General Manoj Pandey addresses a conclave organized by All India Management Association AIMA on Tuesday. The Times also states that the tactically silent Indian Muslim voter, a Muslim man, shows his anchored finger after casting his ballot to vote in the first phase of India's general election at a polling station in Karias Shamli district in India's Uttar Pradesh state on April 19, 2024. Uttar Pradesh has just finished its first phase of Lok Sabha elections, and several recent reports have shown that the Muslims have observed a tactical silence in this election. This includes the maintaining silence in the face of a provocation to prevent polarization, voting strategically according to the local candidate for defeat the Bharatiya Janata Party seat by seat, and voting in a large numbers with as much coherence as possible. Going towards the economy of the country from the banking and finance point of view, extreme weather, prolonged geopolitical tensions pose risks to inflation in near term. Reserve Bank of India article: food inflation, despite some signs of moderation, remains elevated and a potential source of risk to the disinflation trajectory. The state of the economy article published in the Reserve Bank of India's March bulletin said food inflation, despite some signs of moderation, remains elevated. The Reserve Bank of India article stated. Surplus power from the linkage coal can be sold by thermal stations in the market. Power Ministry tells utilities as summer heat intensifies. In the financial year 2024, August recorded the highest shortfall of 0.6%, followed by 0.5% in January and 0.4% in the October month. A view of the Nabha thermal power plant in Rajpur in the district Patiala Express photo. Local caption: a view of the Nabha thermal plant at Rajpura in district Patiala. From the business point of view, government plans to boost exports of 20 items, including bananas and mangoes, as agriculture exports slip 9%. The items include fresh grapes, guava, pomegranate, watermelon, onion, green chili, capsicum, okara, garlic, groundnut, alcoholic beverages, cashew nut, buffalo meat, jaggery, and natural honey. While India's exporters of these items in 2022 stood at $9.03 billion, the global imports of the above-mentioned items came in at $405.24 billion in the same year, with the United States, Malaysia, Canada, Russia, Germany, France, Korea, China, Indonesia, Japan, Italy, Belgium, and United Kingdom being the top buyers. As India's agriculture exports slipped nearly 9% between the April and to February in financial year 2024 for $43.7 billion due to the Red Sea crisis, the Russia-Ukraine war, along with the domestic restrictions, the government has begun formulating plans to boost exports of 20 items, including banana, mangoes, potatoes, and baby corn, that have a significant growth potential in the global export markets. We have identified 20 products at the present. India's share is lower in global exports. We are working on a detailed action for all these products. India's share is about 2.5% in the global exports, and the aim is to increase it to about 4 to 5% in the coming years. Additional Secretary in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Rajesh Agarwal, said on Tuesday, the items include fresh grapes, guava, pomegranate, watermelon, onion, green chili, capsicum, okara, garlic, groundnut, alcoholic beverages, cashew nut, buffalo meat, jaggery, and natural honey. Now going towards the world news, including European Union Parliament approves ban of products made with the forced labor. United States government agrees to $138.7 million settlement over FBI's botching of Larry assault allegations. Pentagon set to send $1 billion in the military aid to Ukraine once bill clears Senate. Biden. North Korea says missile launch was a nuclear response drill amid the dual Manhattan jurors who will decide Donald Trump's fate. Could Trump go to prison? If he does, the Secret Service goes too. Now going towards the science and technology, from the artificial intelligence point of view, artificial intelligence generated child sexual abuse material may be overwhelmed to apply. A report by the Stanford researchers cautions that the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children does not have the resources to help the fight the new epidemic. Reporters and television camera crews outside the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing the online child sexual exploitation in the Washington on January 31st, 2024. A new report says artificial intelligence is adding to the problem. From the artificial intelligence point of view, also Dreamy L10's Ultra Review, a robot that cleans and mops like magic. This Dream's L10's Ultra robot vacuum takes automated cleaning to the whole new level with its range of cutting-edge technologies that make daily home cleaning practically hands-free. The Dream L10's Ultra looks so futuristic and glides through the room with ease. Adobe's Firefly 3 image generation model is here with several new features. Firefly model delivers photorealistic quality like never before, Adobe says. At its Max conference in London today, Adobe unveiled Firefly Image 3, the next evolution of the generative artificial intelligence model for creating visuals. The company emphasizes that the Firefly was trained exclusively on licensed stock content. At last, there is a famous quotation said by Nelson Mandela, whose full name was Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, born on 18 July 1918 up to 5 December 2013, was a South African anti-apartheid activist, politician and statesman who served as the first president of the South Africa from the 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. His government focused on dismantling the legacy of apartheid by fostering racial reconciliation ideologically. An African nationalist and a socialist, he served as the president of the African National Congress ANC party from 1991 to 1997. Nelson Mandela says a famous quotation. He says that if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. Okay, thank you.